Hello, YouTube. It's Lone Pantheist on Perennial Philosophy. Um, I was wanting to talk about a subject that's been on my mind recently, and it's something I kind of want to ask the panel and the viewers. Is pantheism doomed to fail? And also, a second question: what can pantheism provide to science in terms of what if people are more pantheistically minded? What How would that affect science? Would it boost it or what? That's another topic. But I'll start with, is pantheism doomed to fail? And the reason why I'm talking about this is because, as it stands, the only um, overtly pantheistic religion that's major is Hinduism. All the other ones, with the exception of maybe Buddhism, you can say that's pantheistic. But all the big majors, the three ones that have like really influenced the world, has been Judaism, which is not major in terms of its population, but it had its effect on Christianity and Islam. And Christianity and Islam, even though they contain pantheistic passages, it really the religions that have evolved from those don't really they don't really put forth that pantheism. They don't really concentrate on that pantheism. Pantheism is like, it's not even secondary. It's something that's just maybe in there occasionally, and they don't really like to talk about it. They're very against pantheism. And is it because I see a lot of atheists who would even go against pantheism? I'm just wondering, is the human mind set up for focusing on oneness? I mean, I do this a lot on my videos. I make videos about oneness, separation, and how we seek oneness within community, but we also like to separate ourselves. Um, do we really like to be unified? Because what that means is that we would be unified with our enemy. Now, I know Christianity says love thy enemy, but it's a whole different matter if you realize that you came from the same source as your enemy. Whether it be a spiritual source or an actual natural source, such as we all come from the earth or the sun or God or whatever. Um, then again, there's passages they try to say that Satan is responsible for creating some of the people, apparently, or crafting their souls. So there's this, oh, we all have this unity, but then all of a sudden it gets to the point where it's like, well, except for my enemies, they're distanced from me. So it just makes me want to kind of reevaluate. Because, Hinduism really hasn't. I mean, it's grown, but mainly just in India. It really hasn't spread. It really hasn't had an effect on Islam. Um, but I mean, Hinduism and Buddhism have had an effect on Western psyche and Eastern psyche, but they just really haven't grasped the whole world yet. And I don't know. A lot of people say, I guess, polytheism is just lower than monotheism, which, to be honest, I think polytheism is probably a little higher, because at least polytheistic gods tend to fall along the lines of natural, they're sort of like natural extracts, extracts from nature, little aspects of nature, death, the sun, the earth itself, air, I mean, they're very elemental, they're very natural, whereas monotheism uh, makes very abstract gods responsible for everything, but is nowhere in sight. And from there, you can extract either deism or theism from that, depending on how you believe your God, or the level of involvement that your God has. Now, in terms of science, to be honest with you, most pantheists love science, and I think that pantheism would be more driven. This is just my opinion, but it'd be more driven for scientific advancement, for studying the universe, because to us, the universe is the most sacred thing. To learn about it is, for me, science is my religion. It's learning about this, what this is, and this is, to me, is very sacred. Philosophy as well. A lot of people like to discount philosophy, but to be honest with you, I think without philosophy, science is blind. It can do away with religion, but spirituality and philosophy is something that I really think would help boost science. To be honest with you, the average atheist is so skeptical that I don't ever see them doing anything in terms of, some of the scientists are atheists. Most of them, however, will just admit they're agnostic, and agnosticism also would help boost science because it's like, well, we don't know, but we can just check it out. Whereas atheists are just so skeptical. It's like, I really don't think it is there. I'm not going to bother. So yeah, it really kind of worries me that this new type of atheism, because the old atheism was very much like pantheism. Percy Shelley was more so a pantheist than anything. He wrote the treatise Necessity for Atheism. Necessity, the necessity of atheism. I may have got that wrong, but I'll try to post a link. But anyway, so that's just something that's been on my mind, and if you want to answer, do it in the comments below. Me or one of the other panelists will get back with you. Anyway, that is all.